Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today for what will be episode 462 of Banghead Financial. I'm, of course, Gregor Guy, depending upon how you know me. Joined here by Casey. So, after all this time, we're going to make a little bit of a change to our financial format. I'm going to skip over the market recap. Just know everything's pretty much down here this week. Russia-Ukraine thing's still going on. A lot of people, or a lot of institutional investors, everything, they just want to kind of wait this out and see what all is going to happen. So, I mean, they call it smart money for a reason.
I got you. There's a lot of people pulling out of, like, cutting Russia off. I do know that trying to either make it look like they're on the moral side of things, or quite frankly, I think a lot of the companies like Facebook and McDonald's and all those companies, I think that's a good thing for Russia. I think they're going to benefit from those kind of things.
I could see that. I heard something where, like, when McDonald's announced that they were going to, like, pull out of or suspend operations in Russia, right? That they just found a cure for obesity.
Yeah.
Something like that or something. The other crazy thing that, oddly enough, I didn't even know we was going to talk about this, but there was people on Twitter calling for Elon Musk to shut off the Teslas that were operating in Russia. Yeah. It's like, what's that going to do other than piss people off?
Yeah, I don't even know if that would work. I mean, to be honest, they would. Yeah, I don't know what they said. There was some kind of thing called SmartLink or something like that. But
no, you're talking about that satellite.
Starlink.
Starlink. Yeah. Elon.
But I mean, wouldn't that just control GPS or something like that? They can just plug the car in.
It's an internet service provider, Starlink. They're providing free internet to Ukraine right now.
Okay.
I did hear about that.
So if you're providing the internet to Ukraine, then I mean you're punishing the Ukrainians as well as in not being able to get information out. Maybe that's what they want. Maybe they don't want information to get out about what's happening.
No. Starlink is providing free internet access for Ukraine.
Right.
So they can actually, show what's going on and, receive outside information.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
So you're basically
trying to cut the truth out of what's happening. I mean, which is basically what the media is trying to do in general. If you cut the internet off, the complete control of the information coming out of Ukraine is at that point held by.
But they're providing it to the citizens and everything.
Right.
So the citizens can tell their stories.
That's what I'm saying.
But you're framing it to it's their way to push misinformation.
If they cut off,
this is a different podcast. This is not financial.
If they cut off the internet to Ukraine, at that point the media has complete control of the narrative and the stories that come out of Ukraine, instead of Ukrainians being able to send the information out and tell what's actually happening. Yes, that we're arguing about the same exact thing. I feel like this is a Troy and Guy argument, because you guys used to argue about. You were both talking about the same thing, and you were arguing about who is right and who is wrong.
The way you sounded is, it sounded like they were providing them internet to feed them misinformation. Is what it sounded like. What I heard you say.
Well, let's be honest. It's probably working in that way also. If they cut the internet off to Ukraine, the Ukrainians cannot receive information from other sources on the outside world, except for the official narrative of their own government and I don't know.
Yeah. All right. That's fair. Okay. Maybe I just misheard you.
I mean, I probably explained it wrong. I'm not a very good social experiment.
Anyway, financial. As far as, news stuff that happened, over the course of the past week and a half. Actually, we took a week off, so I was sick.
Yeah.
So I want to say that this happened this week, but the President of the United States, Joe Biden.
Who?
Joe Biden signed an executive order to force government agencies to study cryptocurrencies and learn about them. He basically, in my opinion, assigned these federal agencies homework.
Things that they already know. I mean, you can. Joe Biden can have his money people study cryptocurrency as they can, but Joe Biden will never understand it because Joe Biden can probably
On top of that,
he can't even speak. He can't even fill out a sentence.
and this is why I'm of the opinion they need to form their own. They can't put it into like the control of like the SEC or the Fed or the Futures and Commodities Commission. Crypto is going to need its own regulatory agency. Because if they put it into one of those other groups with their, old school style of thinking, they're just going to fuck it all up.
That means they can get rid of a different...
They are just going to fuck everything all up. There you go. You heard it here first. The only other, real, interesting bit of, financial news or anything going on here over the past couple weeks was I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday, the CPI numbers were released for the next month. And as we were talking, prepared to be lied to.
Right.
Do you want to even guess what they claimed the number to be?
Wasn't it like 9?
It was at 7.5 last month.
I think it was like 9 this month, wasn't it? Something like that. Isn't that what they said?
7.9 is what they published.
Well, didn't I say last time that it was going to be the same because they were going to lie to us?
Well, then it would have been 7.5 again.
Well, I mean, it's pretty fucking close.
0.4% for a 30-day increase is, over a 12, a 1-year period. A significant amount.
Okay. All right.
And also on top of that, as I said, you can pretty much take that number, so that extra 0.4% or whatever, multiply that 3. So it's actually up probably like another, almost 1.5%.
Right.
So, inflation.
Great. Looks like guys just here to depress us all and tell us that we're all fucked, and
I mean, we kind of are.
We need to just burn our houses down and move out into the woods and live like animals.
I don't know about burning your house down. I mean, real estate's actually probably the only thing that's up. I'd sell it before you burn it down.
Okay.
Sell it and then go out to the woods.
I got you.
Not financial advice. Don't sell your house.
Or burn it down.
Or burn it down. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But on the flip end of that, there will be a FOMC meeting held. I believe it's the 15th and 16th. So toward the beginning of this upcoming week, I think like Tuesday, Wednesday, and we will see what happens with the interest rates. That's the only way that they're going to do anything, or can possibly even do anything to curb these inflation numbers, or else it's going to be like Venezuela, man. Someone's going to steal a helicopter and start dropping hand grenades out. Anyway, like I said, not a whole lot going on here, so yeah, I don't know. You got any final thoughts, comments, opinions? You're right, depressing.
Yeah.
Depressing. You work, 20 years of your life just to watch all that money that you have saved up and everything lose probably about 20% of its value in a 12-month period.
And it's based on incompetency.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. That will be, episode 462, Banghead Financial. I'm, of course, Gregor Guy, joined here by Casey. Ladies and gentlemen out there watching, have a lovely day.